in. Get everything kind of situated. I've kind of got everything laid out tonight to where I can reach, which is very unusual for this channel for me. So maybe it'll go a little smoother. I won't have to dig for 15-20 minutes for looking for materials. But I am tying, I've got some 1/2 ounce bucktails or jigs, casting jigs that I'm going to tie up. I got some different colored pattern ones. Got chartreuse. What's up, Blaster? Welcome in, man. Kind of like overly saturated on the light, I guess. There you can see it somewhat. All right, I'm going to start tying one here. Got a few different colors. I'm going to try to find some striper one of these days. So I'm going to tie some jigs to do that. And I've cut the bait keeper off here that I usually leave on. Try to get this positioned to where everybody can see it. Danville 210 denier thread, like I always use for pretty much any of my jigs. Hey, welcome in. How are you? All right, so I'm going to just whip finish right there a couple of times just to lock it down. To West Coast. They're just a striped bass. They get huge though. Stopping in, doze off. Gonna try to hunt in the AM. Nice. Hope you get one, Matt. Thanks for dropping in. I appreciate it. I am tying a few striper jigs. I'm gonna try to find some striper one of these days. Find two feathers that are about the same lengthwise. Hope you get you one in the morning. What's up, 252? Welcome in, man. Gonna share you out. Haven't fished for a while. Well, thank you for sharing us out. I appreciate that. Hey, Mr. Bill. How are you, sir? I'm turning these feathers over to where, see how it kind of has that natural taper to go down? I want that taper to go up to try to hold it a little straighter once it gets wet. Like that. All right. And bucktail, of course, over it. What? Gonna build the fire. Sounds good.
He's up that mayor.
Levi's.
He was like, he looked up and was like, pass the towel on my head. That's okay, right? That's fine.
Put a little bit of bucktail around this. Just work it all the way around. Cover those feathers and stuff up. Oh, I didn't fish today. Oh, that video was from, oh, it was yesterday, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, you fished yesterday.
It was cold, yes. It was cold yesterday. And it was not good fishing either. Which I kind of expected that to happen. I went to a lake that I never do well at. And I don't know why I even tried to go back, but I just feel like I should learn it, being that it's a pretty local lake. I did invest in a I got a new razor. It's like a straight edge for like shaving. And it is fantastic for cutting this hair and stuff. Freeing up all those loose ends. I built something the other day out of deer hair I stacked up. I tried to build like a little micro spook.
I thought this joke was tired.
I don't know where it went though. I've got some black crystal flash, which is kind of a weird color, but I'm hoping I can mix enough of it in with that white bucktail to make it look like a shad. Hope everybody had a good Thanksgiving, and we did. We glad it's over, of course. Big Malone in here? Cool, I missed him. Hey there, Mr. Travis. How are you, man? How's the baby doing? Hey, Mr. Terry. Doing great. Same for your family. Sleeping on you right now. About time for a bottle. That's what I'm talking about.
This fat of ours thought he was going to sleep and he's not.
Yeah. Sophie says she just got done feeding Levi and she thought he would be asleep, but he's not. He's wide awake. That video that we released today it was mainly just like running on the lake and stuff, messing around. I was kind of unsure if I was going to get a copyright claim because of the music that was playing. I think it was like maybe Tyler Childers or whatever, somebody was playing. I had the radio going, but I didn't get no copyright claim. It made it through the checks and everything all right. Yeah, it made it through. I don't know. Hey, Squirrel. How are you, sir? Yeah, I don't really know how it didn't get a copyright claim, but oh well. Yeah, they are tricky sometimes for sure. White House Road. Love that song. No, it wasn't. I don't actually know exactly which one it was. Can't remember. Welcome in, by the way, there, Crappie Kev. I appreciate you swinging in here and hanging out with us. Doing a little bit different stuff tonight. I've made it my goal to catch a striper this winter. So I will be doing that on top of the regularly scheduled like crappie and stuff, you know. Too loud, maybe it's a thing. If it's on lower plate short. Yeah, not over 10 seconds. Yeah, it didn't play for too long, but I told Sophie if we have to, I'll just not monetize it and send it on, but I do keep them. Yeah, man. You can go to rockcreekbaitcompany.com. Striper. Yeah, same striper. The ones here are not the anadromous, like, saltwater kind that y'all have. Ours are purely stocked, like, for sport, and they're, I think, like, for the most part, sterile. They can't reproduce or anything, but they get huge. And the lake that I'm going to be going to is huge lake, so they definitely get massive. So this is a 1/2 ounce jig head on a 5/0 heavy gauge V-lock hook. Oh, thank you, Big Malone. Yeah, appreciate it. Or you can find Rock Creek Bait Company on Facebook or Instagram as well. And we'll fix you up, whatever you need. It's gonna be a striper squirrel. I'm going for striped bass.
Okay, a million butt past later, he's out. But he's laying weird.
Uh-oh.
You see him?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. He was on his tummy and then he kind of just fell that way. I don't know.
It happens. I'm thinking they're going to be mostly feeding on like threadfin and gizzard shad. And I wanted to make this one have that black back on it with some black accents throughout it. Try to look like a gizzard shad or a threadfin. Put a little more black on top there and call her good. Go about an inch a year. They have some monsters in the lake, Matthew, so I'm hitting up, yeah. Hey, Mr. Alvin. Hey, what's up, Two Loco? What's up, man? Welcome in. Good to see you. Hope you've been doing all right. Yeah, these are, here's kind of a comparison. This is a 16th ounce, crappie jig that I typically pour and tie. And this is what I'm tying right now, this 1/2 ounce. That's right on top of each other there. Big difference for sure. That's a heavy gauge compared to the normal crappie jig hook. Basically, Terry, I'll find them schooling, feeding on shad on my live scope is how I'm planning on it. And then just picking them off with live scope, hopefully. Or you can troll. I know several guides and stuff troll, where they'll set out like live bait under a balloon, with acting like a bobber. Put just a little bit of this flash.
I told you he was laying weird.
The poop pot's laying weird. That's what we call Levi. What I call him a lot.
He made himself upset.
But I'm going to be trying to pick them off mainly on my live scope. They'll be busting around big balls of shad. And they will push these shad up shallow. And then seagulls will attack them from above. So you kind of just follow the birds And I know kind of the area of the lake that they'll be schooling in. This winter, so plan on just following them around. We'll see how it goes. I'll for sure have the GoPro on. All right. And I poured these with no weed guard because I don't want anything. I'm not gonna be around any brush from being wide open water. So no, no need for a weed guard or any of that. Even that neck out. Yeah, I would love to get into any will be better than if I can catch a 4 or 5 pounder, but of course like a 30 or 40 pounder would be even cooler. I don't know if I've got the gear for something like that. I'll definitely have to put the 2-pound line down. Put on about some 30-pound line. All right, so there's number one. What I'm going to be doing there. And it's just a, trying to look like a shad. You can see those. I got the top painted. I got those big looking down eyes, and then put that lateral line down it. Those feathers look like a tail, shad tail on it. Hopefully that'll work. But it should be all right. That's about, I don't know, probably 5 inches or so. I wouldn't mind having a Sharpie here.
There should be some permanent markers on it. Is the black one in there?
No.
The black one or the green one?
Huh? Black would be. Oh, well, it's all good. Oh, here's one. I got one. I'm going to put this back in here for a second. Hey, thank you. If it gets up to 30, 40 pounds, you better let Sophie handle it. Yeah, I know it. I'm going to color in the top of that thread just to keep my black consistent. Like that. What's up, hunting and stuff? Welcome in, man. See, that'll keep that black consistent across the top. So that should work. Hopefully. If not, it should have. I'll always say it should have. Hang it up over there. I'll drop the pole in the water. Oh.
A 30-pound fish? I could never.
30 pounds is big. That's crazy.
Our toddler is close to 40.
Yeah. I'm going to do another one just about like that one. Try to make it as similar as possible anyway. I'm coming all the way off of that lead. Down actually onto the hook itself. Just to where it's about even with the hook there, which is just hanging a little bit crooked. About like that. Just where that bobbin just hangs about even with the point of that hook. And then that's just I think it's called a schlappen, or I don't know exactly how to pronounce it, whatever. It's basically a long saddle hackle type feather. And I get two that are about the same diameter, thickness, width, whatever. Get the points of them. And then I go down just about to where the marabou portion of it starts, that fluffy stuff. And just kind of pull it back. That's where I'm going to cut it. Then I'll just put one on each side. Like I said, they've got a natural curve to them. They kind of curve down. So I want to put that curve up. Well, in this case, it'll be up like this, since the jig. I want it to curve up to kind of give it the most chance of being flat in the water. Don't cut your thread on the hook point like I just about did. Stripes mixed real well. Cornmeal and hot grease. Oh, I bet. I'm excited to try it out. Same thing over here. Have it curve up. I'm going to throw a whip finish on that just for safe measures, just to hold it down. Because I don't want those feathers ever pulling out. I can back off of it some if you don't. And once I get that cut free, I hold it out towards the end that I want to keep. And then whenever you rub it, there'll be a bunch of little shorts come out, short hairs that you don't want in there. You don't want in your tie. I just do it off camera because I do it in this little trash can. Just kind of rub it, massage it out, and pull those shorts out. All right. Get the ends cut pretty even there. Make this just about as long as I can. Just to where the feathers stick out just past it, an inch or so. Put a few loose wraps, then you can kind of massage it around the hook shank, get it all the way over those feathers. Like that. Ouch. Put a few more pieces of that flash in there to go down the back, the length of it. Got 8 people up in here hanging out. Oh, did I pour the lead for these? Yeah, I poured these. Yep, these are definitely big guys. A lot bigger than I'm used to pouring. Thank you. Yeah, they turned out good as far as the lead and stuff. The painting went good. Biased, yeah. Well, I had a debate going today in the Bass Tracker owners forum thing I'm friends with on Facebook. It was pretty funny. It was I put a picture of the boat at the lake yesterday on there, and had the all my lights and stuff were on. I got that yellow tech light thing, and then the red and green up front. Well, I had a guy asking me where I'd got them from, so I was sending him links and stuff. And another guy was commenting saying they're not, he'll have us know that they're not Coast Guard approved and this and that. I said, well, the yellow tech is Coast Guard approved, and the red and green lights up front are literally just there to look cool. I still use the nav light, the one that's on a stick, because it has to extend above your bow or above the deck. But there was two or three guys going at it. It was pretty funny. I just let them roll because everything they're talking about and saying's helping my post get pushed out. So argue away. Thank you, Travis. Yeah, man. It's kind of what I'm going for. Just a some kind of shad or baby striper, I guess. Something, anything anything that'll make them want to eat it. I got two of these black ones. So this is my last black. And then I've got a couple of purple and a kind of a greenish, that bluegrass color that I pour, and then I've got a chartreuse one. I'll do the chartreuse one next. They're all going to be pretty much the exact same style as far as like how I do them. Just different colors. Smallest dumpster you've ever seen, yeah. Little bitty guy. It's even got the little lid, and it's even got wheels in case it gets too heavy. You can pick it up and roll her off just like a normal dumpster. There it went. That's all right. Keep some pressure on it and tie it off. It ain't no big deal. It happens. Hey, Mr. Lance. We did get our bellies full. Hope you all did as well. Thank you for stopping in here. I appreciate it. Yeah, whip it good. It happens. Not the first time, and it sure ain't gonna be the last time I break thread in the middle of doing something. It's just from pulling too much at an angle instead of getting my stuff straight before I pull. Ain't no big deal. That's a 210 denier flat waxed thread, so it's strong. It can fail for sure. Put another one of those little lateral lines down him. Call that one good. You've been thunderstruck. What's up? Welcome in, man. Month, I'll have another shot at some steelhead. Awesome. Sounds good. Yeah, I hope you get on them. That'd be cool to hear about. Or see if you get a picture of one. That'd be cool. Stuart the Fish Whisperer sent you over. Nice. Thank you, Stuart, for sharing me out, too. I appreciate it. Do the same thing with that black Sharpie real quick. All right. Where you from in the Ozarks? We are from, actually down in the Washtalls. Yeah, we're down in the Washita Mountains. So there's the next one. Pretty similar to the last. Hey, Robert Mack, thank you for coming in. You can kind of see those feathers out the back there. Up from around Harrison, nice. Got that black top. I love those eyes too. The looking down. Hey, Papaw. Welcome in. Just in time to see a couple of them. And still got 4 more I'm gonna tie too, but I may just do a couple more tonight. It depends on how everybody holds up. Here's 2 of them so far. My black, the black kind of gizzard threadfin shad pattern. I'll turn it back around. Papaw can see it. It's my grandpa. He was interested in seeing them when they were complete. So you seen that hook the other day, so you can kind of tell how long those are. You got that black tail out the back. I colored the thread black with a Sharpie so that black stays consistent. Hopefully it'll do it. That'd be pretty awesome to catch about a 40-pound striper on that. It'd be awesome to catch a 4-pound striper on that, really. It's gonna be for striped bass, yeah. Then there's do another one in chartreuse. It's got a little bit different eye on it. Kind of put a yellow eye to match goes with the chartreuse a little better. All right. I got a green Sharpie that'll go with it. Color that thread in. Or to do it. She went, no luck. Dang it. I appreciate it, Funder. That's cool, man. You're up in Harrison, Reed Springs, Missouri. Nice. Not too far. I love Harrison. That whole area. North Arkansas is awesome. We're more down closer to Hot Springs, which is still pretty. I mean, don't get me wrong. All right. I got the same situation going on here, but with green. Same thing, it's just a strung schlappen. Long. I get my stuff at Barlow's. 1/8 ounce pack. There'll be, I don't know, 30 or 40 feathers in here. I found you'll definitely be around. Got to run for now. See you again for sure. All right, man. I appreciate it. Thank you for coming in, man. Be sure you subscribe if you didn't. Help you find us again sometime. And we'll see you on the next one. Find a couple about like that. Subscribe and like, yeah, for sure. Awesome. Good deal. Thank you. We do a lot of bank fishing, some off the boat here and there, and just fish wherever we can, pretty much. $14 likes. Awesome. Thank you, Squirrel. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate everybody hanging out tonight. Heading to Thailand, Vietnam. Awesome. Good deal. Those are really interesting live streams you do over there. All right, got that locked down. Hey, Stacy. Welcome in. Hey, thanks, Bank. Awesome. I just seen that. I appreciate it. 17 likes. Awesome, man. Yeah, I appreciate it for sure. Building something a little bit different for this is just for me to try out for some striper one of these days, whenever I can get over there. I have a guy that I work, he comes over, he's actually our insert representative. He's wanting to look at live scope before he buys it, and so many people are so weirdly secretive about stuff and their settings and how stuff's set up that he doesn't want to go invest the money without seeing it. And I told him, man, let's meet up over there on the lake, and I'd show him anything he wants to see. Not that I'm a pro with it, but at least he could play around and get a feel for it before he spends the money, because it is a big investment. But he wants to meet up on this same lake that I'm wanting to go to, so maybe that'll be my day that I try to find some striper. That'd be cool. Aloha, Mr. David Smith. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for swinging in here tonight. Also have asked Stacy if he wanted to design a jig with me. We could do that too. And anyone else who has a fishing channel and wants to design one, get with me. And I would love to have a kind of a YouTube inspired, bunch of jigs on our website. I think that'd be cool. Definitely need a big Malone. Some kind of big Malone jig. Got a fishing pin from Temu. I seen that today. Squirrel, that's pretty wild. Yeah, I'll be curious to see how it goes. I seen that one guy was saying that you can't cast it. So I don't know what that was about, but yeah, I seen that little thing. It's pretty weird. Weird looking. He was showing it off today on his live stream. Little bitty reel. Didn't look like it was much bigger than, I don't know. Wasn't very big. Chartreuse or purple, or chartreuse and red, or chartreuse and black. Oh yeah, it's definitely gonna have some chartreuse in it if Big Malone's involved. That would be pretty funny. Seriously, I want to do that. I'll have to get with you, Travis, and we'll get some head color and we'll build one. And you name it. And I know you won't be vulgar, but I'll say for everybody, as long as there's not like any vulgar, profanity or anything in the name, of course. But yeah, the little reel was like just a couple inches. These jigs definitely take a lot longer than a crappie jig, but I'm really enjoying it. It's really a fun tie. I'm just kind of doing a little bit at a time because I don't want too much. I don't want it to be bulky. I want it to be very sparse jigs because that's the way that preacher jigs are intended to be, or small or compact. A really thin profile. Pretty much the opposite of compact. Always thought about using my rod and reel lighter. Yeah. I've got a rod and reel like grill. It's like a grill spatula. It's pretty funny.
It's in the window in the kitchen.
Yeah, it's in the window in the kitchen. I think my sister bought it for me for my birthday. Two-tone jig head looks good. Thank you. I'll show you here the finished. I got some. Did you see the black and white ones? I got some black and white kind of thread fin shad pattern. I tied them a minute ago. So apparently, what I've been reading about and learning about stripers are they're a really like photosensitive fish, so they don't hunt much during the daytime. I guess their eyes are actually like sensitive during the daytime. So they'll feed more when it's cloudy, nasty weather, or at night. They feed a lot at night, heavily. So I'm thinking hit a cloudy day about mid-December. Be good. And if I could get over there early or stay late, one or the other would be ideal. Busy trying out Streamlabs mobile app. Oh, Streamlab. Never heard of them. I don't use StreamYard or anything. I literally have only ever just used YouTube. What's the advantage of using like Streamlab versus sticking with just doing it straight off the app? One of those way longer than the rest. That was really weird. Brand new out of the package, come out. One was about 3 inches longer. Personalization, oh yeah. Yeah, I can't do any of the banners or any of that stuff. Just plain old, boring old live stream. Don't care for YouTube. Vertical chat on the host end. Yeah, I don't ever do the vertical either. There's a cranky old man that likes to keep them like this. Huh? Yeah, it was. Yeah, the live streams do get crazy vertical. which would be fun sometimes, but
Well, 1%.
all right, get that old chartreuse marker out. It's not quite the same color, but maybe the fish won't care. I went live like once or twice vertical, and after I got off of it, Corey texted me and said, "Please don't ever do that again." It was just too much, just goofy people coming in, being silly and whatever. So I told him I wouldn't. I'm thinking they're gonna hit that black and white one. But this chartreuse will be good too. I don't know. Got that flash in there, and then it's got the I don't know. I just feel good about that black. The bottom's got a little bit of, you can't really see it. I put a little bit of pearl glitter in the paint. Yeah, that guy. Hopefully be all right. This is that black and white one I was telling you about, Stacy. Well, she's gone from now on. I speak for it if not spoken for. There's that black and white one.
These teeth are good.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means.
I don't know. Hey,
It's not hot or anything.
I poured a massive glass of tea and then left it in there. I have pants on, but sometimes it gets wild. Can you grab it and bring it in here, though? 10-10. I speak for it, if not spoken for. Sounds good. Oh, I'm gonna take these all out and try them, Travis. But I can definitely make you one, man. Thank you. Well, sometimes I can't stand up, Terry, because I ordered in a bunch of eyes. Yeah, I don't know, a bunch of eyes. Do It had their eyes on sale for it's like $1 or something a pack. But I got a bunch of these like half moon eye, where it looks like they're looking down or forward or however you want to position them. I actually did position 2 on. I positioned them forward on this jig to make it look like he was looking forward. There you can see it. It's kind of a blue green, and I went all the way around with it. But let's do a purple one now. I've got a good feeling about purple too. A lot of shad have a lot of, especially the big like gizzard shad, have a lot of purple tint or hue or whatever into them. Looks great, thank you. I appreciate it. But they've got a lot of purple in them, so put some of my stuff up here. That black flash up. I don't know, just I got a good feeling about that black. Just strictly because the type of shad, the thread fin shad that are in there. I'm not quite as familiar with a gizzard shad, or really don't know what kind of colors they have, but all right, purple. I don't have to find a purple marker. Purple marker. All right. Purple, same way. Just that's from the Ozark Angler. It's just a local supply shop to me, but strung rooster saddle. It's just a long purple wispy feather. They're about, I don't know, probably 8 inches long total. Yeah, probably right at 8 inches. So they're a little bit thinner than the than Barlow's was. Which, whatever, the action underwater will be similar enough. Just something to give it some length without bulking it up too much, because you don't want it crazy fat, but you want it to flow and be wispy and move good. So well, that yesterday I went out, that video I put out today fishing, and went down to a lake and ran around to where typically there's a bunch of crappie holed up. I went kind of up in the river, got up there, and there was nothing moving on live scope, nowhere. Couldn't find a fish to save my life. Like, well, go back out in the main lake and look around. And went out there and found some bass chasing shad. But the only thing that I had was my crappie gear. So I ended up tying an A-rig onto a pole with like 8-pound line. And slung it around and got smoked a few times, but didn't have the pole I needed. Didn't have enough backbone to even hook them. So just kind of basically throwing a jig-headed minnow type thing, just live scoping around. Was able to pick out a few of them. Yeah, definitely want that tail to flow. I keep looking for, I tied a little popper yesterday, or the other day. I was messing around and it turned out good. I don't know where it's at. I was wanting to show y'all. It's pretty neat. Oh, it was like a spook, like a micro. It ended up being a micro spook because I didn't have a long enough hook or shank. But I really liked it. I think it turned out neat. Now I have no idea where it's at, so oh well. Have to show it to you next time. I don't know where she went. I don't know. Anyway, that's not what I'm working on tonight anyway, but. All right. So with this one, I've got purple flash, and I've got some purple. I've got like some lavender, real light purple. And I think that's what I'm going to go with.
They're releasing GoPro 13.
Yeah. I know.
Oh, wow.
I've got like a really dark purple that would match. I'm gonna actually do that dark purple because that matches that head and tail perfect. All right, sorry. I still want the white because I want the shad-ish, you know. All right. Need to try out some poppers for panfish next year. Oh yeah, for sure. That would be about what size this one, the thing I built, was. It would be really great for little panfish and stuff. But of course, I have no clue where she's at. So. Hey, Corey. You'll have one they'll hit. Oh, yeah. I hope so.
You don't think he's sick or something, do you?
I think everybody in this house is sick.
His cheeks are red.
I don't know.
But he's not warm at all.
How's Mr. Corey doing? Been waiting for this. Oh, you hadn't missed it. We're still here, buddy. Thank you for being here, though. Thank you for coming in. I appreciate it. If I did a better job of like being consistent or publishing like, hey, I'm going live tonight, that would help out a lot. But it's just so sporadic. You never have no idea. But oh well. If it becomes a job, it's not fun. So I like to just do it whenever it's fun. And I've got this goal of catching a striper after watching Northeast Slab Hunter up there catching them. So cool to be able to use bucktail. Yeah, it's just deer tails. I've actually got a freezer. Got several of them in there right now because it's deer season right now in Arkansas, and a lot of the guys that I work with, or everyone that I work with, of course, knows that I also do this, and so a lot of the guys bring me their deer tails, which is great because the things are pretty expensive to buy. But I do ask them that they freeze them because I've had guys try to bring them to me, just been left out, and they're awful. Levi, everybody doing good? Sophie's doing good, and Levi and Dylan. We all good. Everybody's kind of been fighting being sick a little bit, just not like contagious, just sore throats and coughing, and I don't know, just 'tis the season, I guess. How do you clean them? The ones that they send me, I don't. I leave them frozen, and just whenever I need hair, we'll wash them in the sink, like with Dawn dish soap. Get the hair good and clean, and then I'll cut all the hair off, put it in a Ziploc bag, and then I have to use like a hair stacker, or I'll just bring it over here and cut it off as I'm tying. The guy that I buy these from is a company called Midwest Bucktails. Anyway, Midwest Bucktails, who I buy them from, and he debones them and fleshes it, gets all the hide and everything, or all the meat and everything off, and then we'll boil them and dye them, do whatever he needs to do color-wise. Treats that with borax, so it's hard and doesn't stink, or really cuts down on the stink anyway. Sometimes they still smell a little bit, but nothing like they could. If I was going to clean them, that's how I would do it too. Just remove it and remove that bone and deflesh them and everything. And then put borax, just normal like laundry borax on there, and dries them out. I think he said he lets them set for like a week or so covered in borax. He had a good deal. I know, man. They're like, what, 15, 20% off site wide. I didn't order any either. I have an absolutely ridiculous amount sitting next to me in that box down there, so I kind of just need to chill on buying and until I sell a couple, or until I use them and lose them. That generally happens before I sell out. as I lose them. Use borax to cure salmon eggs. Nice. So yeah, it's pretty much the exact same process. Hey, how are you, Mom? Nene? Doing good, snoozing away. Good deal. Berber. Fish hair in there? There ain't no fish hair in these. I got some fish hair down there beside me. In my hair box. Just forgot. Oh, it's okay. We're just hanging out, not doing much. Weird autocorrect to Berber from Nene. Oh yeah, that is strange. Berber. I don't even know what Berber is. I guess like a type of really tightly woven carpet. What?
Dylan's still awake.
Oh.
No way.
Hey, buddy. He's hanging out with Nene tonight. What time is it? 10:28. Not that he has to be in bed, but just surprising that he's still awake. Usually he's asleep at 9.
He was about at 8 last night. Sitting straight up.
Sophie, how is he still awake? Where that Dr. Pepper?
We have 2 there.
I ain't got no Dr.
I
Pepper
don't know where it
there.
is, though. I think
Thump.
Dylan hit it.
It's right there by
Oh,
the
you see it?
yeah,
Oh, okay.
burning the midnight oil. Yeah, it sounds like it. Sophie come out of the shadows for that, didn't she? That's your problem.
I assume he must have taken a nap. There's no way he would have lasted 10:30 with that one.
Did he did he take a nap? I doubt it, babe.
You telling me this child has been awake for like 15 hours straight?
No nap. He would have been a raging
Oh, he's been over here.
butt munch.
Absolute chaos right now.
Slapping Levi and then crying because he got in trouble for it.
His cheeks and his chin is red. I just woke him up. Thanks.
Hey, Joseph. What's up? Watching Ralph. He loves that show. Him and Jocelyn been playing. Oh yeah, I bet. He's a good kid, that kid. Oh, good deal. Well, thank you for coming in here, Joseph. Appreciate it. Yeah, I see him always up in Corey, up in your lives there. Purple and white. Thank you. I appreciate it. I think it'll look like a shad in the water. All right, take the old purple marker here and just kind of keep that blend. That way there's not a stripe on his. All right. I am excited for that Cedar Lake Crapo cook-off, Corey. I'm very excited. There's some purple and white. Marker bleeds a little bit on that thread, but oh well. The color of the thread on the neck is very important. Very cool. That ought to work. I got that purple. And then just that white around there on the bottom. Yeah, the purple bled a little bit more than I liked it to, but all right. I've got another purple. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. Red color is a great accent to any color of bait tide, yeah. That's my Dr. Pepper tonight, Corey. It's a sweet tea. All right, so grab 2 more of those feathers. Pretty one, thank you, Peppo. Yeah, I like it. Give me 2 more of those feathers. Get it back to where there's actually 3 there. There's one weird, short, stubby one. Get out of here. Use it for something else later. Yeah, there you go. All right. All right, just find that curve. There's kind of a natural curve to where one side it'll lay flat, but the other side it really droops down. So I want that to where when this jig's in the water correctly, that it's straight. As straight as I can get it. To where it rides more, you know, in line instead of I don't want it sagging too much. So that's the same way. See how it's curved? And then it'll be flat, straight. I'll put that curve to where it's going up. If the jig was correct, it would be going up. So whenever it flips over, it'll be straight. All right. I don't get very much hair at all at a time. Well, on a normal jig, you know, you want them really full and thick, where it's a normal, that's a normal like arky jig. But I'm wanting these to be a little slimmer. I'm going more of a bait fish, you know, fleeing in the water than I am a crawdad or a bluegill or anything like that, swim jig or arky jig wise. Yes, sir, Thumpy. Yo, Domingo does the red a lot, or pink, and Andy, the fishing Hoosier guy, he had me build his jig with a pink thread, so definitely something to it. Nothing on his jig was pink. It's like chartreuse and purple, except for the thread's pink. Actually, it's got a little bit of pink flash in the tail, but he's been wearing them out up there on that Hoosier crappie buster color that he designed. Glad you got him interested in hair jigs, yeah. Well, he told me he caught like 400 crappie. He ordered 10 jigs from me. And then just a few weeks went by, and a couple weeks. He said he was going to have to order more after the holidays. I was like, man, is it a quality? Are they falling apart, or what's the deal? He said, no. He's caught a ton of fish on them. It's just he said he's losing them, you know, in the brush piles or whatever. I was like, oh, okay. Because if it's something's tearing up, I don't need you to buy more. I need to fix the problem. But he said, no quality, nothing, just loss. It happens. I've watched a few of his live streams. Corey, what are you doing? Crazy? Thank you, Corey. Crazy. PayPal. I appreciate it. For sure. And we hit 20 likes. That's cool. Y'all crazy. I got to get an Oklahoma license again. I let both mine and Sophie's both expired. Thank you. I appreciate it. Crazy nice lures. Me and Sophie's both expired, so we got to get a renew them before we go back over there, which we will for sure. But it'll be worth it. Oh yeah, for sure. I've got a bunch of rod holders on the boat now, Corey. We can troll around and see what we can find trolling too. If we find a bunch of them schooled up out in the middle. I've got 8 rod holders on the boat now. Deer season has been slow this year for me, which I haven't been hunting whatsoever, but typically I can look outside and see one by now. And I've not seen we seen one deer. It was actually on my birthday. And by the time I got outside, my dog started barking and scared it off. It was like a 6-point. It wasn't nothing crazy huge to write home about, but my neighbor right across I don't know, it's probably maybe 100 yards or so down the little county road lane, he killed a really nice 8-point. So I'm thinking he's probably got a hand in why I've not been seeing any deer this year. Which is fine, but I seen a picture of him on the Arkansas Big Buck Classic. Like, what in the world? My neighbor. And I told Sophie, like, there's why we're not seeing no deer. He's cutting them off. Yeah, they have like a Facebook page where you can send in, get those hairs from him then. Yeah, I know. No joke. Yeah, typically a guy, Jeffro, he usually comes in here. Hadn't seen him. Reef Robber, didn't see him tonight. And Jiggy Jiggy, that's right. Get that pin. Hey, what's up there, Parkers? How are you, man? Long time no see, for sure. There's another one. See how those feathers stayed relatively straight. All right, good night. Thank you for coming in here tonight. We'll see y'all in the morning. Doing good. Awesome, man. Good to hear. Ought to be all right. Little guy. It's probably, like I said, they're all around maybe 5-6 inches long. Got one more, y'all. And this is that kind of a. I put the, see, those are those down facing eyes, but these I put them forward to make it look like he was looking forward instead of down. This kind of, it's called bluegrass, kind of a greenish blue, and I put it all the way around, lighter on the bottom, but one more, yep. 2 more. Well, that's my last big guy anyway. That's all I got painted, unless we tie to this. I got a big, I need to put something on there one of these days, but getting real fancy with those jig heads. Yeah, man, trying to. Just, I enjoy it. So this one's gonna be a little more gray. I'm wondering if I should swap over. I think I'm going to swap over to a gray thread. I think it'll look decent. And I won't have to color this one because I don't have a gray Sharpie. All right. All right, so this one, I'm thinking I'm going to run this. It's actually called Shad Gray. He sent me some jig heads that look like wild bird eggs. It's probably the same color of this it's called bluegrass. Either that or we've got the that dragonfly. It almost looks like a robin's egg. I don't know if I sent. I don't ever remember what I send you. Your orders are always just kind of random by design, which is good. All right, I got 2 of those gray feathers. I'll do the same thing. Just line up the ends of them there. Get them to where they're about the same length, and about where that fluffy marabou type stuff starts is where I'll bend them back. And just cut the quills like that. Same thing with that curve. One side's almost flexible and the other side stays straight. You're going to put that straight side to where it'll be down or facing up when the jig is in the correct orientation. Well, try not to do that. It's the only thing about tying down there by the shank. By the point of the hook. I do that a lot. It'll be all right. Yeah, it happens. There we go. All right. Got those. Get a piece of bucktail. Hey, thank you, Corey. Sharing out the old link and the links to something. It will not let me comment on any of your shorts, Corey. I don't know what the problem is with YouTube, but I can go watch them and like them, but I cannot comment. I click the comment button and nothing even happens. It's like it won't even pull up a comment section. And it'll say that you have comments. It'll say like 2 or 3 or 17 or whatever. And it never will let me see it. I don't know what the problem is. Sophie's Bass Vids. Oh, nice. Had the same with New Hope. Okay. So strange. Just an update thing. What a bummer, though. Big problem with YouTube on a mobile phone. Oh, yeah. All right, Terry. Have a good night. Thank you for hanging out with me for so long tonight. I appreciate it. Good luck getting after those steelhead whenever you get on them. Message box been took away during a live. Oh, weird. Windows already open. You can message box anything. Oh, okay. See, this stuff, you can comment on PC. Okay, cool. I'm gonna go with some of this pearl flash type stuff on here. Thank you. You can't really see it right now, but it's got a bunch of that pearl. See that pearl stuff all the way around the bottom. Just to kind of look more like a shad. Something with a bunch of flash. That stuff is just called Flashaboo. I think it's from probably heading. Yeah, heading. What are you talking about? Losing chat during your live stream. I haven't been doing my own lives enough to notice it. Yeah. Do you have bad cell signal where you're at, Thump? Or I know it seems like there's a lot of like starting and stopping. I don't know if it's just moving spots if you start and stop or what, but I always seem like I have a hard time staying connected whenever you're live. I don't think so. That's probably so. You have to hit that top chat button. I think there's a connection problem I have. Oh, yeah. Hey, Stacy, have you seen the Fishing with the Old Dad, the guy that Mike from Arrigo Outdoor Adventures and Jim at the Next Cast, they fish with him a lot. Have you seen Bill? His name's Bill on ODAD. Have you seen his channel lately? Or kind of heard about what happened with him? Do you know that guy? First off, I guess. See if you're familiar with that channel. Not since he made it huge. That's what I was talking about. Just yeah. I didn't know if you'd heard about him making it. Well, that there was a TikTok people shouted him out. Gave him a shout out, and they rallied the troops and had a big like, let's go change this guy's life type thing, which is awesome. I'm hoping that those viewers continue to return. But even if they don't, that number is insane. It's like 1.4 mil. Oh, for sure, yeah. Pretty awesome. There's that gray, kind of shad gray. Got that pearl, those pearl streaks in it. The top of it, like I said, is a little bit green. Yeah, it's got all that pearl around the bottom. Those gray shad feathers out the back. Should work good. All right. That's all of those. Stacy, did you want to try to make your jig tonight? Did you figure out a head color? I didn't get any painted because wasn't quite sure what color. But if I happen to have a color that you pick laying here, we can do one, or we can do it later or whatever if you're still interested. Yeah, I got my striper jigs over there now, that row right there. Oh, the Qualicam, nice. Oh, well, probably just the same black cup. You probably would. You might have a Qualicam. Metalworking fluids. Yeah, it's a nice one. Unpainted. Oh, I got you. Okay, well, we could make one with an unpainted head. Totally up to you. Mine's just like that, but Ozark Trail. That's probably what this one is, too. Ozark Trail that they just laser etched their logo into. Well, think on it, Stacy. It ain't no rush. No problem, but I don't have any chartreuse heads, Big Malone, or we'd work up one for you, but I don't have anything painted. Still got the old Ozark Trail one. Oh, yeah. That's what I caught the bass on that last video, was one of these jig heads. I like chrome. Use that on the hatchets a lot, yeah. Yeah, that's what the jig head I was using on those plastics to catch those bass in that video. Those minnow heads. What time is it? 11:16. I probably need to get off here. Dart jig heads. Oh no. Like the crappie magnet jig heads. I do not. I just have the ball and then these little minnow style heads. I can only go down to a 16th though in this. The ball heads I can go down to 1/80th. This little ball, normal ball head jig. Slimmer than the ball head. Oh no, yeah. I don't. I wish I had that hatchet mold the Big Malone's talking about. Yeah, I like the hover rig. I've caught a few more fish on them too. I've got to come up with a name. I'm not going to name it hover rig because that's like core tackles thing, obviously. I don't know what they worked out with Do It to where Do It can manufacture the mold now, but something's a little bit different. But I don't know. But I got to name it something else. This was one the other day that Sophie was helping me deburr some jig heads, and she cut. You see how it's flat? She cut the top of it off. I've got a pair of flush cut pliers, and she got a little aggressive with it, so I am. But instead of melting it down and re-pouring it, she's like, no, make it. Crescendo. Dice. Hey, Mr. Andy, Fishing Hoosier. How are you? That's the Andy inspired jig right here. Cold weather has definitely arrived, yeah. This is spinning rock. Just picking, not sure of a name, but I'll keep thinking. That's Andy's brainchild. 400 fish. That's awesome. Old crappie buster. Yeah, tied me one. That's a 32nd ounce head, I think there, but I tied one. This is what I've been working on tonight. We've been going big tonight. I tied some 1/2 ounce striper jigs. It should be good. We did 6 of these. Did 3 like that, or no, we did 2 black, a chartreuse, 2 of these purple ones, and then we just finished this guy. Kind of a shad gray. Got some pearl under there, but tied a few things. Anywho, I was about to wind her down here. They're sleeping, so I gotta get off here and get the lights turned down. Suspending creek rig. Nice. Suspending rig, suspending rock. Awesome looking. The legs on that one is awesome. On that shad one. Miss so much watching the IU football game and then getting your video game on. Nice. Oh, it ain't no problem. We was just messing around. I've got this goal of like catching a striper at there's a lake about an hour and a half or hour and 15 minutes from me that has striper in them. So I'm gonna get after them this winter and try to catch them. Go over there and catch some crappie and striper. That'd be sweet. I was kind of looking for that. I tied a spook the other night. Next time I go live, I'm going to tie one on a bigger hook. Hey, what's up, wild man? Got a lake close by that has some massive wipers, but no striper. I would love to get after them. What do you think, wild man? I'll show you, and then we're going to get off here because I've been We've been live for, I don't know, two and a half hours, almost. Tied some bucktail striper jigs. I'm gonna try to get after some striper with them. That's a 1/2 ounce, big 5/0 heavy wire hook. Oh yeah, definitely be crappie season for sure. All right, Corey. Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm gonna get off here too. I wish I could find that little spook, but I'll have it ready for next time I go live. I'll show y'all. It turned out good. I stacked a bunch of hair in there and trimmed it off with that razor. I don't know where it's at, but anyway, if y'all would on your way out, hit the old thumbs up button if you haven't already. Thank you all for hanging out tonight and for watching me tie some stuff up. And be happy to do it again sometime. Put the lid back on this X-Acto knife so it doesn't, not as easy to get cut. Blessed Sunday morning, evening, and week. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for hanging out, and we'll catch y'all on the